Hi everyone. So today we'll go through step-by-step process of how to deploy a Kubernetes Security Scanner, which is an open source tool I've written. And so we'll first deploy a intentionally vulnerable cluster. I'm using Madhu Akula's Kubernetes Gold cluster that has already intentionally vulnerable problems with it. So we'll go through that cluster and then we'll use my tool to find out what all vulnerabilities are there. And we'll go through some of the cases where we can fix them. We'll rerun the scan and then we'll see that the report is eliminating those issues. Yeah, let's start with the setup for this. So in the for files to download it, there is a sheet where you can go ahead and start with the prerequisites and setup. So you can.
This is not displayed. You can show them the slides a little bit, then like walk through what we're going to do, and then we'll do it.
So once the setup is completed, and we make sure what all pods and services and everything are running in the cluster, then we'll do this Kubernetes scan. The document has the commands to run, so you can see the report yourself. So that will be the running the basic scan, and then we'll try to fix some critical vulnerabilities that is shown in that. We'll try to get you a few high rated vulnerabilities as well. And we'll discuss what all features can be added to this in the future. And if you have any questions, we'll go through that. So I've added the Kubernetes Goat images already in the files you have received. You don't have to actually go ahead and clone the repo. You can use the commands in the sheet that already has the images downloaded in it. So you can just run that. Share the comments. I'll just keep the commands here just in case we can all go through it together. So these are the commands we are going to go through. So once you have the setup ready, you can go ahead and unzip the files and then go to this folder. There are these prerequisites to be installed. You need to have Docker, you need to have kind, kubectl, and kubebench will be used for the CIS benchmark checks. I have given instructions for Ubuntu and Mac here. So based on whatever systems you have, you can go ahead and start that. Once you have everything installed, I'll just quickly show how to run this so we can try it ourselves. So in the folder first.
Yeah.
So once you unzip the files, you should be able to see these things in your system. You can start with running the run Kubernetes Goat cluster. That is the vulnerable cluster I'm using here. So it will load all the images that I have added in the files, and then we'll start the cluster. It's a kind cluster we are using.
Your screen sharing awesome levels.
Sorry?
Such a screen sharing is paused. Is it on purpose?
No, it's not. It's still loading the cluster.
No, so you're screen sharing. It says screen sharing.
It's paused. Oh, paused.
Yeah, in the Zoom, right?
It's
Yeah, you're like sharing something else.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is it? Yeah, this is the Kubernetes. Yeah. Mouse or sound. No. ഏതാണ് നിന്റെ ടെർമിനൽ അല്ല ഇത് സബ്ലൈം ടെക്സ്റ്റ് റൂട്ട് ഇതാണോ ഇതാണോ
Yeah, I was going to say maybe
make sure.
Yeah.
അങ്ങനെ ഇവിടെ കാണാം ഐറ്റം 2 അല്ലേ വേറൊന്നുമില്ലല്ലോ അല്ലേ sure. Yeah. Be able to see it. Yeah. So you can use this as a way to figure out like what is other people saying. Already the working അല്ലേ ഇതിപ്പോ രണ്ടാമത് എന്താ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഞാൻ 2 വർഷം റൺ ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല പറഞ്ഞേക്ക് കുറച്ച് തയ്യാറെടുത്ത്
anyone else is trying to run the cluster? Is it working? On? I don't know why it's stuck.
Oh yeah.
The Docker and the project and the but I think never before, right? Maybe the spotlight. What happened? Docker went in commanded it running.
On that,
Yes.
Docker desktop. Like maybe the emails I get my stars. I can still have it counted. But a lot of times it's usually like someone's thinking this signing on. I've said the long brain is like solid.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we check out
Docker desktop and try to run it.
I know you guys
Actually,
need to stop.
It's
The scanner right there.
Were you able to get the cluster running? Oh, you're running the scanner? Sorry? Yeah, we are using Kubernetes.
Oh, yeah.
Once you run this security scanner, you should see the vulnerabilities listed here with the severity. Yeah. You got it? Okay. Yeah, so you can see that these particular deployments are running in privileged mode. There are containers that are running as root. Or if there is no particular security context defined, the default will be taken as root. There are overly permissive permissions, no network access restricted, node port exposed. There are no limits defined. So there are a bunch of issues with this cluster that is defined here. There are secret issues, sensitive keys found. So we can try to fix a few critical issues and rerun the report as well. Once everyone is here, then we can proceed with the. No, we will try a few and then you can take it as homework. Sorry.
ഡോക്കറില് ഡോക്കർ ഡെസ്ക്ടോപ്പ് ഇവിടെയാണ് ഈ സാധനങ്ങളൊക്കെ റൺ ചെയ്യുന്നത് കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. ഞാൻ സ്ലൈഡ്സ് കുറച്ച് വാക്ക് ചെയ്യും. ഇതിലിപ്പോ ഇങ്ങനെ വർക്ക് ചെയ്ത് ഏതൊക്കെ ടൂൾസ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്.
I can also list a few tools that we have used for this report. So for the CIS benchmark checks, we have used Kubebench, and for the SBOM checker, yeah, so we are using SIFT and Gripe for that. There is in the pod security checks, we are checking whether the pod is running as privileged user or if there are any security context configurations missing. And the secrets, we are checking whether the secrets are defined in plain text or if it's defined as an environment variable, whether it's mounted as a volume or not. These kind of checks are done in the secrets. For the network policies, we are checking if there are network policies missing, if there are any overly permissive ingress or egress rules defined, any pod isolations done. There are node security checks done. So that will be checking the kernel parameters, runtime checks, whether any privileged containers are taking more system capabilities than required. We are using gVisor for the runtime checks. Falco is also running. That will check the Falco rules and runtime monitoring if there is any particular process accessing any locations or anything like that. So there are two critical ones that says privileged mode and this is the critical ones. We'll focus on the critical ones first. It's one of the critical issues that is defined. Health check deployment, the container is running in privileged mode. We'll try to change that and rerun the report. So this is already set as privileged. I will give a few minutes for the pods to come up properly. Auto automatically deploy. Yeah, that's gone. It's gone. Were you able to get that fixed? We'll go ahead and fix the second one as well for the critical.
Exactly. That'd be great.
Do you happen to have a USB? Because can I get it? Because people have. They're happy to plug it in.
Yeah, because they want to. It's a gig worth of downloads.
With the USB light color type of USB അത് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട് അതിനകത്ത് അത് മാത്രമല്ല ഉള്ളൂ ബാക്കിയൊക്കെ ഡിലീറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്
Must be good to have a model.
Let's make some cautious, so whenever really.
Web up to your next.
Exactly. So much about just needs a.
ഞാൻ കുറച്ചത് അതിന്റെ കോഡ് ബാത്റൂം ഒക്കെ ചെയ്തു
So both of the critical items are gone from the report now.
My sister too, she just went through the last year. Everything is very frustrating. She gets.
Is that a button for people?
All of that data
Yeah, so we can see that the second critical item is also on. Anybody need any help with the setups?
You can speak a little louder, absolutely no problem.
Okay.
They're not out of it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Even a little louder is also, so go ahead.
Okay.
ഷെയർ ചെയ്തിട്ട് കാണിച്ചോ അല്ലെ ആൾക്കാർക്ക് നീ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നെന്ന് കാണുമല്ലോ.
Yeah, good comment.
അങ്ങോട്ട് വലിച്ചിട്ടോ റൈറ്റിലേക്ക്, അത് മറ്റേ സ്ക്രീന് മിനിമൈസ് ചെയ്യും. എന്നിട്ട് സൂമിലേക്കും ഷെയർ ചെയ്യും. ഇൻസ്റ്റലേഷൻ ആണോ? ആ യെസ് ഫൈൻ. സൂമയുടെ അതിലിപ്പോ ഇത് ഷെയർ ഈ സ്ക്രീൻ. ഷെയർ ബട്ടൺ അമർത്തതാ.
ഇവിടെ ആവുന്നുണ്ട്.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Full repository കാണിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുക. ഇതാണ് എന്റെ repository. ഇവിടെയാണ്
So this is the GitHub repository for this code. I have written this base checker that's going to do a bunch of checks separate for the pods, nodes, all the CIS benchmarks, things like that. So we can go through the checks that's using. So if you check the CIS benchmarks checker, here we should check the kubelet installation first. If that's not there, it's going to install that. And then it will run the CIS benchmark tests and list the failures, and will mark it as based on the highest priority critical, like that. And this will be used for the report. Whatever critical vulnerabilities are shown as CIS benchmark points will be added to the report. Based on the numbers given in the failure report. Yeah, you can do the output, just hyphen output and then just give a file. Yeah, if you look at the container scans, so this is going to see, we are using kubesec tool here. And if a tool is not installed, it's going to install that. Check whether the container is running in a privileged mode. So I'm using the tool Trivy as well here, along with kubesec. So it's going to check the tool installations and install the tools. Then we'll check for the whether the pod is running in the privileged mode, if there are any security context missing, if the root user is running as a root user, things like that. That is being checked. gVisor will check for the runtime security scans if there is any particular process it's accessing, if there is any path where it's downloading something, things like that. It's going to check for all that here. Any untrusted pods, any crypto mining happening, things like that. In the pod security checks, we are checking again the security context. If there are any container running as root or any privileged mode, if the resource limits are not defined, any sensitive mount path. In Docker potential risks. I've classified this as cluster hardening, microservices, supply chain, system hardening, things like that. So individual checks are added in these sections. You can go through the code and then let me know if you have any good questions. Which one? Oh, yeah, so this is where it all comes to, and then it will go ahead and check. Yeah. Just the read access to the cluster. You don't need to be admin or anything. Just need to be able to get the pods, services, networking rules. Anywhere where you can just list the cluster of pods, you can run this. Yeah, in the cluster. Yeah, it does. So the SBOM checker will do all the materials, whatever packages are part of the images. Yeah, so we're using the tool sift and gripe for it. So it will, so it will go through all the packages. If there is any vulnerable packages, it's going to list all that. So to run that, you can use the same tool, but So you can run this Python file with enable SBOM. That's going to check the SBOM checks for every image in that, and then it's going to list all that. It will take a long time to run this, but it will go through every image and find all the vulnerable packages. Thank you.
He's one main chain has bomb in the divided middle. You are not see share it. So the screen sharing is paused.
Resume.
Yeah, one more, but it's good.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, this is we come to. The SBOM checks are running the no module Kubernetes error.
Okay. ഇത് ഉപന്തു അങ്ങനെയാണോ? അതിനാണോ ഈ
There is a module pip install Kubernetes. So do you need any help setting up? Yeah, I'll share it. You can use that this link to download the
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It should automatically create that. It's a command with the time was number is also under right? Oh, yeah, but that's a Python script, right?
Yeah.
But
Not with the.
not with the app. Yeah, that's you could create an initial landmark. Not really. That's a good question because sometimes it's very confusing. On LSI command. Let's see. Now get started. Yeah, so you can
Yeah, sure.
I think now I remember the operation and then some idea if I can right.
I don't want people to involve a better place. Minimum
Yeah, it was not able to activate that. Just manage probably not figure out. But it's okay.
Indian design will be not how to move on.
I think when they use you to be clear.
Here we find some parameters. These are like
Respond before the one.
അതെ അത് കുറെ നേരം എടുത്തായിരിക്കും
One now.
കുറെ നേരം എടുക്കും
Onion does it.
ഞാനിപ്പോ പിൻ ചെയ്ത് പണിയുണ്ട് എല്ലാരും പോയി പണിയിട്ട്
എപ്പോഴേക്കും റൺ ചെയ്ത റിപ്പോർട്ടിന്റെ കയ്യിൽ ഇരിക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ?
ഇല്ല
ആ, good.
പണിയാണോ ഇവിടെ
It's okay, it's fine.
ഇവിടെ പണിയത് മുകളിൽ
Yeah, hi there. And what is it?
Sorry, did that?
It's wrong, I should be here, that's what I'm just checking. And you know, the person you are, that's what you have to do. That's what They're not very intelligent. I don't know what. But it's 10%. The price is at 905. So it's okay. This is something like the what is that? If we put it, we might not be able to. So we, and then we try to see, we can.
I think that
This one. The more that. We go for the next. We go for it more than before. It makes it and wait on the out for years of our. You don't want to. I'm asking you to be a basic speaker. All my. Yes, it comes back.
Yeah, that's the last. Yeah, yeah. Everyone else is able to come. Oh, very good. What's your teacher? This is the right place to have that teacher. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it's small, I can actually show it. So, so like, you know, when you run that, it does all this checks. Yeah, because that thing looks at the layer of the document and checks how many bytes are there. So it's like if you use it, but it takes too much compute to run, and she has like, okay, I don't know how it's still happens. This is the Intel like old setting, but actual Pro, but not but it's an Intel, and it has like 10 dollars. And it's running right now. I don't know how it is. I'm impressed by what it is doing. It's literally doing the max. So I'm powering it, right? Still, it's like someone says like out of that the power and what is being used. Yeah, it's just at some point it just gave up. Although it was while it was power. Once you ran 20 would talk. Yeah, I think so. Every different version. So it's a one hour. There's multiple hidden layers with bugs in it. We have to go layer by layer and then see where the bug is. So it's doing that because it has so many layers, it will take a while. But it's like actually cool once it's in the yeah, I think it's almost done. So that's the last one. Is there more? How many more layers?
It's like
Two
8.
real world.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is not internet. This is like running on her Mac. The problem is it checks every single layer of her document. And while he will Kubernetes load, so we can like leave the only and that's like as if it's in different layers and then check it. Yeah. Right? But it's almost that. I think it's like now it's going really fast. See that?
Yeah, I think that those were the
Yeah, the first one, that you'll have a little also. Oh no, I just Did you slide that? Make sure it doesn't go on. That's not out. Wi-Fi. And now, however, this is Raspberry Pi. See that? It's a small Raspberry Pi people. Again, I like it that only yeah, okay. No. Maybe that is the internet plus it's like a writing exercise. Maybe that's what they before. I don't think like that's what they call
rest of power. Her power.
Oh, I think he wants power.
Let me check.
What's the idea? Okay, because that's what.
Yeah, it shows all of that.
Yeah, it's
That,
sure.
you for sure know that one works. So, you just want to make sure that it-
Oh, there's a critical mark. This is your F-norm report.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go fix everything, right? Nobody wants to. That is the hard part. You found out this stuff.